Shalom, this is Sophia, the American Mariam, and we're here with another AstroTarotGraphy reading for a celestial event that is occurring. And this event is going to be happening, it's kind of already started, but the main part of it is going to be starting sometime around midnight and go through about 11 a.m. tomorrow. And this is called a Cazimi. And what a Cazimi is, the Cazimi is when a planet comes within 1 degree basically of the sun. Like they're in the 1 degree ratio of the sun. So that means they're in the same sign as the sun, they're in the same degree number as the sun, and really they're very close to the sun too. And so we have a Cazimi coming up in Venus. And Venus, as everyone knows, is the planet of love. So Venus is also in retrograde. So not only is Venus appear, energetically going backwards, or missing, you also have, now it's going to be even more muted by the energy of the sun. Because from what I gather, what happens with a Cazimi is the effects of that planet are sort of minimized, muted out for a bit. And then when it comes in that 1 degree, during that 1 degree motion, it's kind of super amplified, like a huge shock wave is sent through that planet from the sun, energizing it, giving it new messages and stuff like that. And then right after it comes out of that Cazimi point, it goes into being kind of muted again as it processes the information that it got from the sun. And so I've been looking at this for a few weeks, but I wasn't really sure what it meant to people. Because it's not something that occurs very often. And so what I have heard is people who have, or I shared a video, let me not say what I've heard. I shared a video from, I think it's Joni Patry. She was talking about how Oprah has a Venus Cazimi in her chart. And basically, you have all of something, but you're lacking something else. So in her case, she's got a lot of money, but she's never been married. She doesn't have any children. She has a legacy. And that's kind of like what the Cazimi does. It's it makes you, really, really over the top in one area, and it kind of backs you all the way back down in another area. And so I've been feeling this energy myself because I don't have a lot of Venus placements in my chart. I don't have a lot of Venus energy. So when it's when it's minimized the way that it has been, it feels like it's even less energy than normal. It's wow, this is crazy. There's no love anywhere. So I've had to work really hard to balance that out. And now we're going to get this great big giant pulse of this energy, and then we're going to sort of detract a little bit, and then we're going to continue to move forward as we're waiting for Venus to go direct in September. So what I wanted to do is, the Venus Cazimi, it happens, I think they said every 8 years or something like that. It's 4 years, that's close, and then it's 8 years. So I just want to see what can we expect over the next however many years this cycle is. I'm not really sure, but this will give us an idea of what this particular energy will feel like. And I feel like if I document this, we can come back and see, okay, if something crazy happens, we can look and see where it is in this in our fruits of the tree, because like I always say, everything is in our chart. So let's start with the bottom, the actual roots of the tree. So our north node, if you saw the other video I did on the Lion's Gate, we have a lot of the same placements, but a little bit different emphasis, which you can see. And then you can see where these things are in your chart, and of course it will it'll help you understand what's emphasized, right? Okay, so we still have our South Node in Libra, which is at the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords energy is in reverse. It's standstill, difficulties, and exclusion. So, it's going to seem like, and this is my experience right now, that everything is at a standstill, like an absolute standstill, and nothing is moving. Like there's no forward progress at all. It's very unusual, especially for someone like me who's used to moving either forwards or backwards. This is very much that's kind of standstill energy. So then the next placement we have is Saturn in Pisces, and that's the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is, here it is. The Eight of Pentacles is learning, hard work, and beginning. So basically, after this standstill, we're going to jump into a new beginning. And then right after we jump into the new beginning, immediately when you see that death card, it's a big ending. So whatever, it's almost like whatever we were working on, all that's going to be dead. All those plans, all that whatever is just going to go away. Because the death card is literally an ending. It is literally the death, literally. And so that's also interesting because the next placement after that is the Ten of Cups, which is the happy family, which everything is going to be, quote unquote restored. That's what it looks like to me with this placement. Matter of fact, this is very, very close to the Lionsgate placement. That's how we know we're kind of in alignment because as I mentioned, the Ten of Cups, that's the happy family, that's happy resolutions, that's the max of abundance that you can get on the, kind of like on the inside of the wheel. So that's really good. Then our next placement is Jupiter and Taurus, which is this Six of Wands. And this Six of Wands has been coming up. I've done a few readings today, and it's come up in just about every reading. So this Six of Wands, I call it the triumphant entry. This is like when Yeshua goes back into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday, and everybody's happy and is joyful. And then to follow that up, we have the Sun, which is in the Six of. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6 placements, and we have a 9 placement. So 6 and 9 is definitely important numbers here. So we have the first of 2 6 placements, or second of 3 6 placements. I'm sorry, and this placement is the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups is romance, love, nostalgia. So after kind of having this, I would say all of this energy from this past love, or these past, this past love, these past passions, after having all of this stuff kind of wiped out, then the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to be refilled and restored with new love and new happiness and new friendships and new joys. And following that, we have the Nine of Cups, which is dreams, enjoyment, happiness. So then we're going to be living out our dreams. It's going to be very enjoyable, very happy. Then following that, we're going to go back into this, Six of Cups energy, which is, again, romance, love, nostalgia. So it's just like an overwhelming amount of love. And based on the fact that everything has basically been like at a standstill for I don't even know how long, jumping into this, this Leo, this whatever energy is going to feel really, really good. This Six of Cups energy. And then after a while, I'm not sure how long a while is. Like I said, once I get some more information on the timing for this, I will let you know. But after we have that, really another burst of this romance and love, then we have our moon energy, which is in Cancer. And this is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is plateau, bored, disconnection. So basically, this is when we reach the max amount of, love, enjoyment, happiness that we can possibly take. And then right after that, we go into our North Node energy, which is the Fool card, which is Aries, which is another new beginning. So this looks really good for us. I just wanted to provide another, explanation of kind of what this energy is like. Like I said, I'm not really sure of the time frame. I'm going to keep an eye on it, and when I figure it out, we'll revisit it. But I did want to just put this in, put this out there for people who are looking for information about the Venus Cazimi and what they can expect. It's going to be a little, it's going to be a little rocky, but once we have this death, this real, serious hard cold break, and all of this stuff is just completely wiped out, it's really all uphill from there. I mean, it's really looking good, not like, oh, it's downhill from here, it's only going to get worse. No, once we have the death, it's really uphill from there. So I'm really, really excited to see this in a reading, because this is probably one of the best readings I've seen. We've had a lot of bad readings, and this one is really, really good. I did want to show you guys the chart. Here's a chart for the actual Cazimi. As you can see, you have the Sun and Venus at 14 degrees. You also have Vulcan in there, which is another interesting little aspect. And since you have the Sun and Venus at 20 degrees, you have Mars at 21 degrees, very close. You have Uranus at 22 degrees, which is also very close. And Uranus is getting ready to go into retrograde, which I'm not sure why no one's talking about, but it's really important. You also have Scorpio over there at 19 degrees. The Sun is just at 22 degrees. So it's a lot of things. And Chiron is in retrograde at 19 degrees. So there's a lot of things that are really, really close with this Cazimi. A lot of planets involved. A lot of planets involved. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to see a big change really rapidly. This will be a huge pulse to us, so that we will, infuse as much as we can with this positive light and love, and all the good things that are coming, and kind of get away from this, this South Node energy, which is, it seems to be like taking over, spreading like a virus. It's really, really tough. So hope this has been helpful for someone. So to the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High is your peace. Shalom.